Hey guys, good to chat to you all. It has been so long since we have chatted and since I have uploaded a vlog, like actually 4 months, but I am alive. I did upload those 2 Santorini vlogs, but yeah, I just kind of went overseas for 2 months and crazy stuff went down at work, and I'm just now getting back into the swing of vlogging again. So I thought that I would update you all about my current goals. I am now in a calorie deficit. I am dieting again and I'm losing weight, or at least trying to again. So I'm going to chat to you guys about all of that. But just quickly wanted to say kind of what happened when I went overseas. So I went traveling through Europe for 9 weeks. It was something that I wanted to do for a really, really long time, ever since I finished uni. And I'm so glad that I did it. I did a few organized tours with Intrepid, Vienna to Budapest, and then Budapest to Dubrovnik. And then I flew to Santorini and spent a week in Santorini and sailed the Greek islands from Santorini, island hopping to Mykonos, island hopping to Athens. Maybe that's more information that you wanted to hear, but there you go, that's what I did. Had a fantastic time. I didn't really get homesick or sick of traveling or anything like that, but I got to the end and I was like, yeah, it's probably time to come home and earn some income and actually get back to my job and real life, unfortunately. So while I was away, I did keep track of my intake, as you would have seen in my Santorini vlog. I'll link those ones below. And I did still go to the gym occasionally. If I had have gone away for just like 2 to 3 weeks, I probably wouldn't have worried so much, but because I was going away from 9 weeks, I wasn't worried, but I was like, oh, I should probably still like exercise and I should probably still care about what I'm putting in my body instead of just eating like all of the things and none of the fiber and that kind of thing. So did still keep semi-accountable with that, did still go to the gym and really enjoyed it. I still ate like heaps of local food and local delicacies and seriously amazing, and obviously walked heaps. And when I came back, I was actually exactly the same weight as when I left. And people were like, oh, you failed your holiday. You didn't gain 5 kilos. And for me, I was like, well, I walked heaps. I ate all the food that I wanted to, and I'm the same weight. So I'm a pretty happy girl. So I came back from holiday. I had just like a week of settling back into things. And then I started a fat loss phase. And I took a video at the time of what my physique was looking like because I anticipated that I would eventually get around to this vlog. So I'll quickly show you guys what my physique was looking like at the beginning of my cut. Hey guys, so you're probably not going to see this video until a very long time after I've actually recorded this, just because I'm taking my time settling back into things after getting back from overseas. But I started a cut this week. Today is Saturday the 4th of November, and I can prove it. Saturday, 4/11. There you go, so you know that I'm not lying. Alright, there we go. So I am looking a little bit different to that now, not drastically. I'm now 6 weeks in and I anticipate that this will be a 13-week cut. My last one last year was like 31 weeks. I still don't know how I did that. How did I do that? Oh my God. But this is substantially shorter, so it should be a lot more manageable. And I've been getting a lot of questions of why. Like, why are you losing weight again? Why do you want to lose weight? You don't need to lose weight, which are all really valid questions. So I thought I should explain, like, why am I doing this again? Firstly, I just want to say that I'm quite like happy with my body. I'm pretty content. I also don't really think I need to lose weight. I'm at a very healthy, like body fat percentage, healthy weight for my height, everything like that. So yeah, I can understand the comments of you don't need to lose weight, because I don't. But the thing is, I want to lose weight because ultimately I want to gain weight. I want to get stronger, I want to gain more muscle. I really enjoyed my powerlifting competition earlier this year, and I have some aesthetic goals as well. Like, this is pathetic. I want some more shoulders and some more booty and some more hamstrings and all those kind of things. Maybe it's vain, but hey, we can have goals like that as well, as long as it's coming from a good place. So yeah, I want to gain weight, I want to gain muscle, and I want to get stronger. But if I was to do it from my current point, if I was to gain weight from there, I would probably get uncomfortable. So as I said, I was 70 kilos at the very start of this cut, and if I was to gain 3, 5, 7 kilos on top of that, I probably wouldn't be feeling too comfortable in my skin. My clothes would be fitting quite tightly. I'd probably start to carry excess body fat, and that's not something that I really want to do. So basically the reason for this cut is just so that I lose the fat first and I start from a lower starting point to then build more muscle on top of. So considering I'm now 6 weeks into my diet, I thought I would update you guys on how it's been so far, how I'm kind of going about it. So I count my macros, which is macronutrients. So I keep track of my carbohydrates, fat, and protein. I try and hit a certain number of grams of those each day. And essentially it's a more kind of precise way of tracking calories. And I've touched on this before. So I'm going to show you the calories that I've been on and how my weight has been tracking. And yes, I am tracking my weight. To lose fat, I have to lose weight. There's not going to be any kind of body recomposition happening here where I'm both losing fat and gaining muscle at the same time. Ultimately, my goal is to lose fat, and therefore I have to keep track of my weight and I have to be losing weight. And if I'm not losing weight, then I'm not in a calorie deficit. I'm not eating less calories than I'm burning. And ultimately, my intake has to be adjusted accordingly so that I can start to lose weight. So I'm going to talk you through that graph now. All right, so I'm going to try and keep this short and sweet. What you guys are looking at is a graph of my daily calorie intake and also my weight and how that is tracked for my diet over the past few weeks. Each dot point is 1 week apart. The red dots is my calorie intake, which is on the left axis, and the blue dots is my weight in kilos, which is on the right axis. So before my diet even started, I was on a little bit over 2,200 calories. And then the first few weeks of my diet, I was on a little under 2,000 calories a day. And you can see a pretty sharp decrease in my weight straight away. And that is pretty much just water weight. The fact that I was eating less carbs meant I was retaining less water. But after that initial drop, over the next 4 to even 5 weeks, you can see that there hasn't been very much movement on the scale. Pretty much fluctuating up and down, the same kind of 400 grams, not really where I want to be going. I want to see my weight trending down over time, and it was kind of back and forth. So therefore, because my weight wasn't going down, you see a few drops in calories down to 1,800 and then down to about 1,700. And it seems like that last calorie drop is finally what's kind of kicked my weight moving again, and it's starting to track down. But again, this is only 6 weeks of dieting and I've still got 7 to go, so we'll see what happens from here. Okay, so I hope that that made sense. Feel free to ask any questions below if you want any clarification of any of that graph. All of the decreases that you saw were adjustments made to my macros, specifically decreases in carbs and fat from my coach, Chrissy Dask. I feel like I know quite a bit about macros and I'm pretty good at giving advice to other people. But macros is one of those things I think a lot of people can understand where you're really good at giving advice, but you're not very good at kind of taking your own advice, and you tend to get a little bit illogical and a little bit crazy sometimes when it comes to yourself. So as you guys saw, my weight did plateau for a few weeks there after that initial drop, and I'm going to be real with you, I actually struggled quite a bit mentally during that time. My coach Chrissy had gone away on holiday, and so I didn't really have anyone to talk to, and my weight had plateaued and I really wanted to do something about it. Because my cut was only 13 weeks and I don't want to drag this out, I was like, I want to make changes. I want to make changes. I want to see movement on the scale. I don't want to just be sitting here doing nothing. And I started to go like a little bit crazy kind of within myself. And a lot of those kind of old thoughts were resurfacing from past disordered habits with exercise and eating. And I really wanted to increase my cardio and slash my macros just because I wanted to start seeing those results again. And I was kind of crazily talking to like all of my friends and trying to talk things through while my coach wasn't here, and it was really kind of stressing me out. And although it's been a long time since I had those disordered eating patterns and I'm in a much better space now, I guess the little plateau that I experienced for a few weeks was a real test to show that when the going gets tough, those old thoughts do resurface. But I guess the difference is now is I can recognize that, and I know that I struggle with that, and that's why I have a coach. I have a coach there to moderate me and be like, no, we're gonna go do this. It's okay, Emma. And they kind of force me not to slip back into my old habits. And so I just kind of didn't make any crazy changes as much as I wanted to. I just kind of just grit my teeth and bared it and was like, oh. And I waited until Chrissy got back from her holiday, and then I was just like, I need to talk to you. And we just kind of logically worked through it together, and I had her kind of dictate, no, this is what we're gonna do, this is the plan that we've put in place. And it was good having her back and having her settle me and everything, and I'm definitely in kind of a much better place now. So when will my diet end? I think it's really, really important to set parameters around the time that you're going to diet for, because I think it's really tempting to say, oh, I'll stop dieting when I reach X weight, or I want to lose X amount of kilos. But sometimes that just gets really challenging and difficult, and you can't get to that point, or you've set yourself an unrealistic goal, or it's going to take a lot longer than you initially thought. So it's really important to set these parameters. If you do have like quite a bit of weight to lose, and you're going to be spending more than 12 weeks dieting, I would suggest taking regular diet breaks every 8 to 12 weeks, spending that diet break, eating at maintenance, eating some more calories, giving yourself a mental and physical break from dieting, kind of revamping your hormones and everything again. And so you're not just dieting week on end for months at a time, but you're taking those regular breaks and having those little milestones. Another parameter would be that you won't allow yourself to eat below a certain number of calories. So as you lose weight, and I've done a video on this that I'll link in the description box below, your metabolism slows down, and eventually at some point you will plateau, as I did. And to break that plateau, you have to lower your calories further and further and further. And it could get to a point where you're on an unsustainably low amount of calories, I don't know, 1,500, 1,200 or something like that. And it just gets to the point, even though you might still have like weight that you want to lose, it's just getting to a point where you're eating too little and you need to have a break. And honestly, it might get to a point where your diet needs to end because frankly, it's not a priority anymore. You might have a lot going on in your family or home life, or you might have a social life which is more important to you, or you've got a lot of things going on at work, and we can't spread ourselves too thin. We can't do everything at once, and it might just be that, okay, no, this isn't a good time to diet. I've got too many other things going on right now. Right now, weight loss can't be my focus. It needs to take a step back because other things are more important right now. So I think it's important to have quite a few parameters or thoughts in place when you begin a diet, not just I want to lose X amount of kilos. So for me, I've got a couple of parameters. One of them, is a weight goal. I'd like to probably lose around about 6 kilos or so. But for me, the most important parameter that I've set is an end date. And I've decided at this point, I really don't want to be dieting anymore. And I really hope that I've lost that 6 kilos by then because I don't want to go any longer. So I've said that my dieting period is going to be 13 weeks and my end date, same as this year, is on my birthday. And so it's actually quite easy for me to diet through Christmas. I have no issues with that because in Australia we just eat heaps of seafood and salads and I'm so excited, and it's really easy to stay on track over Christmas. But like fuck me, man, I am eating a very, very large slice of cake, probably multiple slices of cake for my birthday. And so I've refused to diet through my birthday. So for me, that's my end goal. That is my end date. That's my parameter. And if I can lose 6 kilos, then great. But I really want to be done by then. So all in all, I'm feeling fine right now, even though my calories are getting low. Again, calories are specific for me. I'm still getting stronger in the gym, which I'm really, really happy with. All of my weights are going up for all of my exercises, and that's really what you want to see, that you're able to either increase your strength or maintain your strength as much as possible while in a deficit, because it means you're also more likely to maintain your muscle mass. I've got only 7 weeks. I mean, I say only 7 weeks, maybe that seems like a long time to you guys, but compared to like 31 weeks that I did my first diet, 7 weeks is nothing. So I've got 7 weeks left. I should be fine continuing on these calories or even a little bit lower than this for the time left remaining. And I really want to keep you guys updated as to what happens. I feel like my last diet, I didn't check in as much as how it was going along the way. So I really want to be like really honest and open with you guys about my diet brain if I go insane. No, not really. How I'm feeling, how I'm tracking, things like that. So if you guys have any specific requests about things that you want me to cover while I'm dieting, please leave a comment below and let me know. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna wrap up there. If you enjoyed this video, it's been good to be back, guys. I'm glad to be back. Even if you didn't enjoy this video, I enjoyed chatting to you all. But if you did enjoy it, thumbs up and all that, and leave a comment. If you want to see more of how my fat loss journey goes over the next 7 weeks, please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Otherwise, leave any suggestions below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Good to be back.